Hello, good morning everyone. I wanna present about this journal. My journal entitled is Climate Change, and before that, I wanna introduce myself. My name is Lalu Arya Gomesta. I'm from uh, today class, and I go to this journal. First is climate change. First is abstract. This abstract explain about the entire content of this journal. For your information, written by Jamal Erkado, this whole of this journal explain about causes, effect, and the solution of climate change. Uh, I wanna read the abstract. The climate change has become a disparate topic in the recent years. This problem that results from the emission of greenhouse gases that affect our environment. Therefore, it raises question on whether the problem is caused by human activities or it's just a part of the nature cycle. This paper discusses and compares the factors that contribute to climate change by human and nature, some effects of climate change, and some solutions that have been developed to prevent or slow climate change processing. I go to definitions. What is climate change actually? The definition climate change refers to long-term shift in temperatures and weather patterns. Such shift can be natural due to change in the sun's activity or large volcanic eruptions. But since the 1800s, human activity have been the main driver of climate change, primarily due to the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas. According to NASA, the Earth's average temperature has increased about 1 degree Fahrenheit for 20th century. Number two is causes. First causes is greenhouse gases. Number number two is nature contributions. And number three is human contributions. I got the greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases are thought to be the main contributor to climate change, the greenhouse effect. They are very efficient in trapping heat into the atmosphere, therefore they result in the greenhouse effect. And number two is nature contribution. Nature contribution. According to Holly Rebeck, the author of Global Warming, nature also contributes to climate change by emitting CO2 or carbon dioxide from volcanoes. Don Webbles, a coordinating lead author and contributor to a number of the reports of the International Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC), which was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2007 and a professor of atmosphere science at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign State. Volcanoes used to release carbon dioxide many millions years ago. Back where a dinosaur existed, we had levels of carbon dioxide that is approximately similar to what we have now because of the carbon dioxide emitted by volcanoes. Next is human contributions. Scientists believe human activities contribute climate change because we depend on fossil fuel for our energy needs. Weibel said a large amount of climate change happens widely because we are burning fossil fuels, and that increases gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and some other gases in the atmosphere. I got the effect of climate change. First is hotter temperatures. As a greenhouse gas concentration rise, so does the global surface temperatures. Nearly all land areas are seeing more hot days and heat waves. Number two is warming and rising oceans. The ocean soaks up most of the heat from the global warming. This makes melting ice and glacier and uh, retreat rising the oceans. Number three is the loss of species. Climate change poses risks to the survival of the species on land and in the oceans. Forest fire, extreme weather, and disease are among many threats related to climate change. Number four is not enough food. Changes in the climate and increases in extreme weather events are among the reasons behind a global rise in hunger and poor nutrition. Fisheries, crops, and livestock may be destroyed or become less productive. Number five is more health risk. Climate change is the single biggest health threat facing humanity. Climate impacts are already harming health. Drought, air pollution, disease, extreme weather, pressure on mental health, and increased hunger and poor nutrition. And the last, I go to solutions. First is wind power. According to EPA, wind power is the fastest growing energy resources in the world. Wind turbines use the wind, a renewable source of energy, to generate electricity, and its no impact on environment. Number two is a green building. Using light bulb that use less energy and more efficient heating and cooling system help in reducing the amount of carbon dioxide that is being emitted from the buildings. For example, the Empire State Building in New York went through renovation to improve energy efficiency. Number three is methanolics. Methane is a greenhouse gas that contributes of climate change. Natural gases and petroleum are also considered among the main sources of the methane emissions. And I go to conclusion of this journal. Dr. Webel says, regarding the solutions that have been developed to prevent climate change from progressing, he said, we need to transfer our energy to renewable energy. Also, one of the things we must do is to adapt to the changes that occur on the will occur. We need to prevent any future changes from happening. But adaptation is a major thing we need to do. Scientists, environmentalists, communities, as well as policymakers need to diligently and cooperatively to live up to these challenges and combat climate change. So maybe for me, that's all for me. Thank you for your attention and good morning. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Don't forget to save Earth.